And welcome back to WSU, the number one college radio station all over New York City with your host, Intro Kev. We had to bring him out. We're not doing a drill rapper. We're not doing all that. We got Ascended in the building. How's it going? How's life? How's everything right now?
I'm chilling, bro. Everything's good, to be honest.
Everything's good? How's the music going?
Music going pretty good so far. Recently, I just been focused on promoting more.
Promoting more?
Oh, yeah, because right now I got about 7, 8 songs out, but I'm trying to focus more on putting out more solo projects. Because most of the stuff I got right now is with features.
With features. Why do you feel like? Do you feel like you're a feature artist, or you want to be more of solo artist?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like right now, looking at my discography, I look more like a feature artist, but I'm trying to get my own personal name out there more.
So when you're featured, is there any type of beat, or you have a specific beat? Okay, I'm not hopping a song unless it's this type of beat.
Nah, me I try to be versatile with my music.
Versatile?
So, yeah, I make any type of song for real. I made a drill song. I made some Jersey Club song the other day. Just some calm stuff really. I made some Detroit song the other day.
Okay, so take me back in the beginning. What made Ascended become a rapper?
Bruh, it probably all started during quarantine.
Quarantine?
Yeah, because I was in the crib. And it's funny because I remember usually after my classes, I would just be chilling with my boy. And one day I was just chilling. He was like, yo, you want to start making music? Just randomly one day. And I'm just like, fuck it, because what's it called? I always been writing lyrics and stuff ever since I was young in the middle school, but I never really decided to actually make a song.
Okay.
But after, especially since I came here, is when I really started making music, because I actually a studio and stuff. Before I had some shitty ass mic in my room before my PC. Yeah.
Okay. And when you first started rapping, you said it was during quarantine. Were you doing it for fun, or was off the jump? It was taking it serious.
No, I feel like at first it was for fun because, like I said, I used to just randomly write lyrics and all that. So I was I'm gonna just mess around, record a song real quick. But after a while, I'm because people my first song that I made, I haven't dropped it yet, but I showed it to some of my boys and they said it was pretty fire. At the time, and ever since then I was just hey,
So what was that moment for you that you transitioned from, oh shit, I should take this a little bit more seriously. I feel like there's potential in me. Yeah, from doing it for fun.
I mean, I'd say again, when I came here, because I asked to an actual studio and stuff, because before my setup wasn't really good. I didn't really have any noise cancellation or anything like that, so my songs wouldn't come out the best for real. But ever since I came here, and my boy, I was talking about my boy Sean, he a producer too. So
shout out to Slowdream.
Slowdream, you already know that.
Okay, so when you came to St. John's, there's a studio here. Were you expecting a studio to be in here?
No, bro. When we found out, we were so shocked because we still have a mini setup in our room, but it wasn't the best, bro. We on the first day we moved in here, bro. We literally bought a bunch of PVC pipes and put a blanket over it and put a mic in there and use that as our studio, bro. It's still set up there, but when we found out there was an actual studio, we was mad shocked.
And has it been working?
Oh yes.
Do you see the progress in yourself as a rapper from using the studio?
No, 100%. Because I feel like I always had that potential to make good songs. Because I used to also freestyle a lot when I was bored back in high school. Banging on the table the freestyles like that. And I used to enjoy that, but I couldn't really make an actual song out of it because I didn't really have the I guess the tech for that.
Was music always your passion?
I feel like it was kind of bound to be because I always listen really deeply to music, not just regularly. I would kind of interpret the lyrics and what they were saying, try to master and flows of artists.
Okay.
So I feel eventually I was bound to start making music, but I wouldn't say that from jump. I was yeah, I'm a rapper.
Did you have any other hobbies besides music, or was it just only music?
Besides, I mean, other than that, probably not really, no. Because really, is when I came here is when I really started putting my on to it and stuff. Before I was kind of just average high school.
Okay, so when you first started rapping, quarantine's 2 years ago. Music changes quickly. You know how there's a different fire sound, and every 5 months, you know what I'm saying? We had the drill scene in 2021, 2022. Now we're in the Jersey Club era, and you got the Detroit sound going crazy. How did you able to, take all that in and figure out your sound? And what inspirations help figure out your sound?
Again, I feel it's because I don't really try to stick to specifically one sound. I have fun with trying out different flows and stuff. That's my main thing. So I feel I just venture into other genres of music. So I feel as an artist, it isn't really hard for me to go in between certain sounds and stuff because I try my best to be versatile. I mean, obviously there's some genres I haven't explored yet, but so far with the Detroit stuff and the that one Jersey Club song I made, it wasn't really hard for me to make in general too, because I feel like with those sort of beats, like you just gotta flow on it for real, like because the beat will just carry you most of the time. You can literally just have to flow on it, like you wouldn't have to do too much.
So, what subgenre of rap do you think is the easiest?
The easiest right now, I'd say probably Detroit. That's why I got into it low key. I mean, I feel like in some people's eyes it probably isn't, but the style of rapping that they use, I feel like it's easier to like, I guess, kind of like layer over your bars and stuff, and like make it sound like really come on.
And what do you think is like kind of like maybe not hard, because I want to box you and say that it's too hard for you or impossible for you, but what has like in the beginning was a little bit of struggle of catching on to the right tempo of the beat?
Yeah, I don't even know, because really when I first started rapping, like I used to have so many flows in my head and I like would hear a beat and think of it, but every time I try to rap it out loud like into a mic, like it would come out really bad. So I feel like the main thing is really like I don't even know. It's kind of just experimenting with it over and over again, trying to find your sound. Because at first, I used to like make songs, but I kind of would just do it like with no sort of like guidance or whatever. So it took me a while to like, analyzing my old songs and like what I'm doing now, like find out how to use my voice and all that to actually make like.
And now that you're being in the studio, you're with Slowdream, who also is a producer, and you being a rapper. Have you tried picked up any like producing skills or even engineering skills throughout? Definitely. And do you feel like that's helping you become who you are? Because I feel like when you're picking up producing skills and engineering, I guess it's more of like you're self-identifying yourself, because okay, maybe I don't want that like auto-tune in the back or that ad-lib in the back, or maybe I don't want double layers and stuff like that. So do you feel like it's learning those helping you find your identity?
I say most definitely again, because usually I'll be helping him record when I'm not recording. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely picked up a lot of stuff just observing him and doing all that. And I found out, like, that's another way I was able to, like, evolve my sound, I guess, over time. It's because, like, I just observe, like, the things that he be doing, like, when he edits and, like, mixes and masters my tracks and stuff. And, like, I kind of figured out, like, his thought process and, like, I don't know, like, I guess moving certain vocals or, like, putting EQ on this and all that stuff. So it's, like, now I kind of know what to point out. Because before, like, when we first started recording, I didn't really know what feedback to get. So, like, whatever he thought was good was just, like, good. But, like, now that I know how I want to sound, I know how to like tell him like, oh, like I think this should be here, or I think there should be less auto-tune on this part. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Just kind of figuring out how to like craft the song, I guess.
So when you guys in the studio together, have you guys ever went back and forth? Like, do you take criticism from them? Do you enjoy like, oh, I think that bar is whack, or that you shouldn't write that bar, like, or do you feel like they just say yes?
No. Like I feel like at first it was kind of like that. Because obviously we're just experimenting and stuff, so like, we didn't really want to judge each other too much. But like now that we're comfortable with our sound and stuff, no, most definitely, I'll tell them to like let me know like, oh, like does this sound good type. Because I always want to hear stuff from like a different perspective. Because I feel like if you're too trapped in your own music, obviously you're gonna think you sound one way, but like at the end of the day, you're making music for other people. You know what I'm saying, that other people are gonna listen to. So I always like to get a different opinion. He's always honest. So
so getting into that, I know a lot of artists struggle with this. Do you make music for yourself or for people?
I say for both, to be honest, because like I just enjoy making music in general. Like I said, I just always like listening to music and like it's just crafting out flows and stuff. But at the same time, I also want people to like hear what I can make. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I make good songs.
So when you first started, was the name always Ascended, or did you have another rap name?
Nah, it's been Ascended from jump.
Okay, yeah. What came up with that name?
It's a lot of stuff, really. I guess like the name stems from the fact that like, because at the time I was going through like a lot of stuff, I guess like mentally and all that, and just in my life in general. And when I was picking out my rapper name, like with my boy, because I remember usually on the phone doing this, bro. We were like, all right, we gotta like look for names and stuff. We're really about to start putting out music. And I just kind of went with Ascended because I guess like the concept of that, like recognize, like I guess it means to go beyond your previous self. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in that time I was going through a lot of changes and like mentally like growing up and all that and experiencing new things. So I feel like Ascended is kind of me like showing that I'm like mentally ahead of what I was like, in the past.
Where did you grow up in?
I'm from Brooklyn, Canarsie.
Canarsie? Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. So I want to know, out of the 5 boroughs, which got the baddest bitches and which got the least baddest bitches?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't comment on that.
You can't comment?
I can't comment on that. Reasons, bro. I can't comment on that.
I understand. I
can't speak on that word.
You can't. Okay.
Yeah. Fake.
And then listening to your sound. Obviously, I've seen that you dabble in drill and stuff like that. But I understand that's probably you trying to see how it is.
Yeah.
But how is it not tempted to like just become a full-on drill rapper, being from Brooklyn? Because, Brooklyn, that's where drill started and everything like that. So, like, what's keeping you tempted not doing that?
I feel like that's the exact reason why. Just because, like, I feel like people expect me to make drill music because I'm from Brooklyn. And it's like, I guess I could have, like, that drill sound kind of. Because I made one with my cousin earlier. That was, like, one of my first songs that I ever, like, actually dropped. And people actually liked it, like, even more than some of the songs that I have now. But it's just, like, I don't see myself being a drill rapper because I don't want to fall into that genre. I feel like, respectfully, like, you can only go so far as a drill rapper because I feel like so many people doing it nowadays. So
okay. All right. So now that you have the studio, you talked about, projects. We are in the second quarter of 2023. What's the rollout? What's the game plan? I know we talk a little bit about marketing. So when's the next single? Are you looking into videos? Right? Do you know someone that's probably like shoot a video for you or anything like that? What's the process right now for you going into the future?
Right now, I've been in talks with one of my boys. He owns like a small label. And he's been looking to sign artists, so I was talking to him about that the other day. Right now, like you said, it's mainly just promotions because right now I only have so many songs out that only have me. So right now, I have a song dropping tomorrow with my boy Slowdream, one of my other boys, Kid Flair. But right now, I'm just trying to focus on pushing out like more of my own music, promoting, like basically.
So tomorrow, Kid Flair, Slowdream. All right. I know you said you're pushing out more music for yourself. When's the single that's going to be dropping? Ascended only. Solo Ascended. Honestly, when's that single dropping?
Honestly, I could easily just drop it. I think by this weekend if I really wanted to. Or by early next week. Because honestly, it isn't hard for me to make songs. It's just that recently I feel like I've been busy with so much other stuff and I'm really trying to like lock in. Again, and promote my music. So.
Okay. And thinking about videos or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I've been in talks with that too because I can easily get access to a camera. So right now, I'm really just deciding like where to film it and like what songs I want to do it for. But I'm trying to get more of my music out first before I even think of my music video. Cause I feel like I'm trying to establish myself now. So.
And as more of you established, we talk about the producing. Earlier, we talked about Slowdream. I want to know, in your opinion, what is a ascended type beat? If someone wants to send you a beat, what would you recommend them?
Ascended type beat. I'm not gonna lie. Like most of the beats that I just be like trying to flow on, or I think it's easiest to flow on, or like Young Nudie type beats. So I feel like something that would be like a mix of that, and probably like some of that like Lucky flow, because I like them like calm beats that you can just easily just like rap on and just like think of some stuff off the dome. Because like a good amount of my songs that I've out so far are freestyle. Like I haven't written. I've only written like a couple songs.
How important is consistency for you now?
Right now, that's what I'm trying to do is be more consistent. Because at first when I first started, like, when I came here and, like, I realized that we had to stew and stuff, like, I was grinding out music, but, like, now I feel like I'm just caught up with so much other stuff.
And marketing, seeing on your Instagram, you promote yourself on TikTok a lot. How's TikTok helped you with your music?
Right now, I'm not going to lie. If I'm keeping it in the book, like, I feel like TikTok's only provided so much because at first, like, before I really started, again, before I found out about the store, I was doing TikTok, and before it was like just typical skits and all that stuff. Like I just recently started transitioning to like posting my own music and stuff out there. But like the thing about TikTok is that there is no algorithm. Like people say there is one, bro, but like there really isn't. Like
you just gotta get lucky.
Yes, man. Because like when I first started doing it, and we really built up our followers, and like we first hit 10K, like we were getting like thousands of views like consistently per video. But ever since we started like pushing out our music, it's like TikTok's not rocking with that. Like we just been getting view kept at like 300, 400 views, and it's like, bro. So you gotta like build that back up type. So right now it's a process, but.
And then now that you're being more involved with the radio station, and now you're gonna have more access into the radio station. Do you feel like you're gonna be in the studio every day during the summer? Because you said a lot of things copped up, so I was assuming like school work and everything like that around. But now that summer's coming, would you find yourself coming to the studio all the time, being so close from Brooklyn to Queens?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready to come here every day because I could just easily pull up here. I don't really live too far from here by car, so honestly, now that I have a key card and I have access here, I'm gonna be here basically every day if I'm not working. So,
And then more about the future. My last question I always ask is, what type of legacy do you want to have with the name Ascended? When people bring up Ascended, he did this, he did that. What do you want people to know you for?
I just want people to know me for like my creativity, my versatility as an artist, and just as my character in general. I just want people to like know me as somebody like who made good music and enjoyed doing it, and you know what I'm saying. It's like I guess a people person.
And where people can find you on Instagram, social media?
Ascended 333 on everything, all socials.
All right. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you, bro.